What's up, YouTube? KKJinxx here, playing The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Today, we are farming all 3 dragons. But before we dive in, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and punch that bell square in the face to get notified about any future content. Okay, now that you've finished with that, let's get right into it. Okay, so I am right here in the Farosh region, which if you have this shrine unlocked, you can go right to the Shoda Saw shrine. We are going to start from the most reliable to the least reliable, but we are going to visit all 3. So for starters, the things that you are going to need a straight shooting bow. And by that, I mean like one of the bird bows. You can get a swallow bow over here in the flight range if you go to Naydra shrine. And every blood moon, you will find up in this little tower thing, you'll find that bow, and it's got impeccable aim. Otherwise, you can come all the way up to North Akkala and go to the Akkala Ancient Tech Lab and purchase an ancient bow for some guardian parts and a giant core, which I don't have. So I went ahead to the flight range and I got the swallow bow. So we are going to start here, just south of Riola Spring at the Shoda Saw Shrine. And make sure that you have your Zora armor because you are going to need to go up a waterfall. Okay, so dragon number 1 is going to be Farosh. He is the easiest to farm. He is the most reliable. And that's why we're going to start here first. So we're going to get all the way up to the top, and then we are going to go to the left. And now, farming this dragon, there's 2 different locations that I like to use. The first one is this tree right here, this specific tree. I use this spot when I am going to hunt all parts. And it will block rain, and the dragon will spawn right there. But for only farming horns, there's a cave back here that I like to come up to, which shields me from the rain so I can have a campfire. Alright, it is right up here. This is the little cave thing. And there's a little spot right here that I like to put my campfire. Now I'm going to sleep until morning. And right away, there's no wait period. I'm just going to right away shoot him in the horn. And once... Yep, there it goes. Once it's left, I can start my fire and do it again. Sit until morning. Right away, he's gonna pop up, aim, and fire. And now there are a lot of benefits to farming these dragons. This one specifically, as you can see, I don't have to go and collect them each one at a time. I can just let them all sit there. But that is not the only benefit to this dragon. But all of them, you can actually sell these dragon parts for rupees. The horn is worth 300 rupees. The fang is worth 250 rupees. The claw is worth 180 rupees. And the scale is worth 150 rupees. And not just rupees, it's also worth mon. You can trade a horn for 150 mon. A fang for 110 mon. A claw for 80 mon. And a scale for 60 mon. And you just keep doing this over and over, rinse and repeat, and you can see all my skills are being thrown, and I can sit here and do this forever. Yeah, what I usually do is I sit here and do it until I have 30 horns. Of course, I'm not going to do that. But what I am going to do is I'm going to show you the second spot and how to get the other parts that you're going to need. And of course, for the other parts that you're going to need, you need 2 horns, 2 fangs, 2 claws, and 2 scales from all 3 dragons in order to upgrade the Champion's Tunic, the Barbarian set, the Wild set, and the Fierce Deity set. I'm just going to put a campfire right here. Oops, I did that wrong. Campfire. Sit until morning. Turn to the right. And there he is. So say you want a claw this time. Here you go. There's a claw. And now the other thing with this dragon, once you're actually farming, especially if you're farming over here, I recommend wearing some kind of shock resistance and just as a means of protection. Let's go on to the next dragon, which will be Naydra. For Naydra, we are going to teleport over here in the Pluto region at Mount Lanru at Jitan Sami Shrine. And for this one, we obviously want to change into our warm clothes. There we go. All right. So to get this started, I start up here and just kind of work my way around because I actually want to be at the East Gate where you find the first memory. That's where I actually want to start farming. But this is just my easiest way here. So what I want to do is I'm going to jump down and I'm going to come right down here. Lanru Road, East Gate. All right, now that we're over here, one thing that I do want you to be aware of is that there is a Lionel residing over here. But as long as you stay on this side of the gate, you will be fine. And there are some spicy peppers over here. But this spot, you can place a fire and you will not get bothered by the rain. So we're going to sit until night. All right, so I am going to climb up here to the top of this mountain. There's plenty of time because we won't actually see the dragon. We see her. Oh, if you don't see the dragon right away, she's not showing up. So just do another campfire and sit until night again. Because Naydra should show up pretty right away. Yeah, see, there we go. If you don't see Naydra by 9:05, you're not gonna see Naydra. She is, he or she, I'm not sure. But they are more reliable than Dinraal, but not as reliable as Farosh. And since the dragon shows up at about 9:05, doesn't actually get over here until about 10:20 p.m. But it's going to get close enough that you can get any part that you want easily. All we have to do is just wait here. So I'm going to go ahead and time lapse this and I will see you in a second. There we go. I guess it's about 10:05. You can start getting over here, but if you want a horn, easy peasy. Anything else you want, you can see that you can get close enough to it. And the beauty of this is just like Farosh, you do not have to collect them one at a time. You can just let them pile up because all you're doing is going to a campfire. Now, if you teleport, you will lose your stuff. You will lose your campfire and you will lose your dragon part. So we just go back to night. And 9 o'clock on the dot, there is Naydra. So back to the top. And you can see so far that Lionel has not paid any mind to me whatsoever. The biggest downfall of farming from Naydra is when things actually go down over by the water. There are a bunch of enemies down there. There's moblins and bokoblins and Lizalfos. And unless you have Majora's Mask, you're going to have to fight them, potentially, in order to get your dragon parts. So, just something to be mindful of. Sometimes you can get them over there, but... like, I can't even see the one that I got right now. But you see, I have plenty of time to get up here. And while we are waiting, I want to go ahead and tell you the other great benefit of collecting these dragon parts besides getting rupees and upgrading your armors fully is that you can actually cook with these dragon parts too, and they can increase the duration of the stat boost. A horn will give you an extra 30 minutes, fangs will give you an extra 10 minutes and 30 seconds, claws will give you an extra 3 minutes and 30 seconds, and scales will give you a extra 1 minute and 30 second boost. So you can see, I just want to show you how easy it is to go ahead and get a claw. Just whatever part that I want. And that one's going to shoot over here. I'm not sure where the other one went. Up there it is. It's all the way down there. So I'm going to collect these parts. And then I'm going to take you to the last spot. Dinraal. Alright, so for the last spot, we are going to farm Dinraal. So I'm going to teleport over to the Naydra Shrine, which is just between the Ridgeland Tower and the Hebra Tower. And I'll see you there. Alright, so first I'm going to put on my fire resistance armor. And the beauty of this spot here, you can put a campfire in here. Doesn't matter if it's raining, so we're going to sit till night again. So I found that these dragons are more reliable at these specific times. Dinraal and Naydra at night and Farosh in the morning, though sometimes it does differ. And now the reason I chose Dinraal last is because he is the most unreliable dragon. He doesn't always spawn. And since it's at night, you also got to watch out for these guys. If you can just get one of them, you'll be good to go. But he does show up. You will see him by 9:20. If you do not see him by 9:25 p.m., you are not going to see him. But you have plenty of time because it does take him until about 10:30 before he's close enough to shoot. So I'm going to go ahead and time lapse. Alright, so it's about 10:30 now, so I'm going to start heading down. The wind gusts start just a minute after that, but he's going to turn. So if you want a horn, you got to do it right away. And then I recommend moving. The downside to this dragon, the other part that makes him not as easy as the rest, is the fact that there's no easy way back up. The easiest way up, besides climbing or constantly using your Rivali's Scale, is to teleport. But if you teleport, you lose your parts. So you gotta go each time and grab it and then teleport back. Teleporting back also means that each time you need to put a new campfire down and reset it to night. And then go back and wait. So now, if you wanted to get, say, Fang, I would drop down, get real close to his face, and shoot him right in the mouth. And then watch out, because even with your armor on, if he hits you, you're gonna get knocked back. And it is the funniest thing, sometimes he gets stuck on the back. I'll actually go ahead and put a card for the short that I made of that. It's so funny, you should check it out. But anywho, so that is all 3 dragons. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. So now that you know how to farm all 3 dragons, how to get extra rupees, better meals, and upgrade your armor sets fully, it is time for me to bid you farewell. And in the meantime, KKJinxx over and out. And with that, please be sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and be sure to punch that bell right in the face with your fist. Thanks for watching.